Hello and welcome back to another Toy Soldier Reviews action figure video. Today we have the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Wave 3, I believe, Cable. And my gosh, do I love this figure. It's probably one of my favorites I've had in my hands so far this year. So we'll get straight on into it. Please like, subscribe, and share. Doing that helps me grow and lets me know that you guys enjoy these videos. Lets me know that you like them. And yeah, also please comment below what you'd like to see me review next. And I've still got quite a lot on the table left to review, but I want to know when I'm done, what should I do after? So please comment below. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram. You guys know the drill. Doing that helps me out a ton on those other platforms and hopefully brings those people over there back to this main channel so we can keep on growing. That's all I need to do for you guys, is to keep growing, and I'll keep pumping out more videos. So yeah, we'll get straight on into the review. So for Cable here, he is on the X-Men 97 retro card, which is a little bit different. It still has the logo. You can see the character on the left here with his name. But up top, you have a different picture art because this is, I think, Wave 1. This is the Rogue. Here, as you can see, there is different characters on both the top there, because obviously now we have Jubilee, not in this outfit though, in the different one, and Morph as well. But yeah, the figure here does look nice. The packaging is a little dented, but I don't care. I'm gonna rip it open anyway. On the back here, you can see your legal stuff, and also available the rest of the wave here, as you can see, with Sunspot, Emma Frost, Morph, Logan, and Jubilee. The only three I kind of want rest are these three. I'm not a big fan of the animated look for that. There's a little X logo there, Legend Series, and Cable. There is no bio, but it says it right there. So yeah, we'll move on to his accessories. So for Cable here, for accessories, he does have swappable trigger finger hands for both sides, and they do look nice. They're in just the green plastic here that is done the same with the rest of the arm. There's not any much detail to it. There is a couple of like wrinkles, but the rest is just a whole solid piece of plastic. So not a whole lot of detail there. Then he does have some blast effects here, which goes from bright yellow to red, kind of orangish, which we've seen plenty of times before of this sculpt. You can of course mix and match however colors, whatever colors, if you have other ones, for whatever you want. Then he has this small blaster here, pistol thing, that does have some nice red paint to it on both sides. There is a pegged plug hole here, so you can have him firing off, of course, the effects here. This sculpt is pretty nice. There is just this little back at the end, but I think that was just accidentally chipped. It can't connect, like you can't combine guns. But yeah, it does look nice here. And yeah, overall pretty good sculpt. There is no storage on the body first, just to get that out of the way. There's no storage on like the older Cable figure, which we'll get into here with the larger blaster, which of course also has some nice red paint on each side, but the rest is in this sort of gunmetal gray here plastic. It is pretty big too. There is only one peg hole at the top because obviously the effect will stop it, or I guess like you wouldn't be able to put two there. So yeah, it's a pretty nice larger gun here. I do want to compare him, of course, in playtime with the other ones. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty solid sculpt. I don't know how accurate this is to the TV show. I mean, I just watched it, but I still don't remember. But I mean, of course, big gun with a Cable that looks futuristic. It's good for me. That's all he comes with, of course. But in the packaging, he comes with a gripping hand here, or sort of an open palmed hand that has a slight curve to it to hold onto his rifle, and just a right fist hand here. So that's pretty much it for accessories. So we'll get into the detail. And for detail, this Cable I'm pretty sure is all new, because here is the older one. I do not own the Marvel vs. Capcom one, but here he is next to this one. And yeah, just looking at them both, there is quite a lot of differences, which we'll look into more, of course, during playtime. But my gosh, this figure is actually very good. I haven't tried any other in the waves, but just by appearance and let alone feeling of this one takes the cake. All new here, I'm pretty sure. The face sculpt is very, very good. Of course, he doesn't have the sort of power effect like the yellow eye, even though that is on the packaging. But it's okay. I mean, I like this one better because he has this more in the show. The yellow power effect only appears in a couple scenes sometimes. But yeah, the head sculpt is very show accurate here, with the black paint on the eye and the brown eyes, of course, Nathan's eyes, which is a very big part of the show there, or I guess deeper meaning. But yeah, the headset here does look good. I believe that's also a different piece, because this one was like a big headset piece. It is also in a different gray than all the rest on the body. It's not the same as the gun either. It's more of a darker gunmetal gray. The white hair sculpt does look good too, of course, because Cable's a little bit older, because he traveled a long time in the future. The body, the colors, I thought that it was going to be like too animated, but to be honest, putting him next to a comic book figure, yeah, the face sculpt, but still, he's going to look good on my shelf. And then, yeah, the greens here is all the same on both the arms and the boots and here, everything. The red paints here does look good. These are cut. It's not connected. The older cable here did have a giant overlay piece. This one is separated, as you can see. If you move this, they are separated. There is green up in the back there, but I mean, yeah, of course it'll break up the design, but it's okay. I mean, it's like intentionally cut like that, so you're not playing with it and you accidentally rip it there. And it is pegged in, is what it looks like over there. But we'll just plug that back in. It does have sort of raised, sculpted on blue lines here just for texture on the inside. Does look good. The X logo also does look very nice along with these shoulder pads too. The silver chrome on the arm is also different. It's sort of the same as this, but this one has more of a silver chrome paint to it. But it is the swirly twirly, so it's not exactly silver. Same with this, the gunmetal gray and all that. The pouches here, do wish the buttons were painted, but I guess since the arm is silver, maybe it would throw people off. But yeah, it looks good. The belt sculpt here is nice, of course, with the silver on the front. Same with down here, wish they did paint those as well, but the browns do match good too. The wrinkles in the pants is also good. The human arm too looks alright. It's not overly musculature because it is more of the show, not as a comic book, overly drawn muscular person. The boots here are a pretty nice sculpt. They're a lot stiff and big too, so you don't have to worry about them falling over, with some nice sculpt and no treads on the bottom, like there's no individual cuts, but it is just a solid sculpt. And the yellow here on the boot does give it a little bit more nice color diversity. So pretty good overall detail on this figure. So we'll move into his articulation. So articulation wise, he's gonna look about that far up just because of this big collar and pretty far down. Now there is two, like you can't see how he sheds forward and whatnot because there's a ball joint or a diaphragm or something at the bottom of the neck here. But yeah, so he can get pretty good range like that. Rotates around, of course the tilt like I just showed. For the arm, he's gonna go about that far up, and rotating it around is super hard. Like it'll get stuck on these huge shoulder pads, so it is possible, but I don't recommend it just because mine gets stuck. One thing I wanted to mention first of all was that this figure is very smooth feeling. I played around with him for a bit, and the only problem I had was the shoulders up top. But yeah, there is bicep swivel, there is pinless double elbow here getting you about that far up. There is wrist rotation, side to side hinge. Of course, both trigger finger hands have the up and down hinge, as you can see, up and down hinge, which we'll see, of course, on the body later during playtime. For the chest here, he does have a nice hula hoop here, but for the side right, side left, forward, not a whole lot, and back, quite a bit there. But I mean, I don't really need my cable crunched forward. Yeah, it would be cool to have him like in a leaning gun crouch forward post, but it's all right here. And of course there is the full motion. There is no waist, actually there is here. There is a waist cut there. There is legs kick out that far, about that far forward and that far back. So I mean, not really necessary for that big of a character. There is thigh cut here, perfectly hidden by the straps, or I guess the thigh bracers or something there. The ankle or the double knee gets you about that far back. He is a thick figure with his thighs and his calves there, so not a whole lot. There is no boot cut, sadly, but ankle does pivot down about that far forward and a bit of rocker. So pretty good articulation. Only missing out on some boot cut there would be nice, and just the limitations because of the shoulder pads, but that's pretty much all right. So we'll move on to playtime. So obviously what I wanted to try here for playtime was with the other cable, but first off, let's give him this trigger finger hand. And as you can see, like I said, up and down trigger finger. So you can give him either his blasters here, which you're gonna give him the smaller one, have him shooting, and like I said, it's possible you can plug in those effects so you can have him shooting, or you can take this one out. You can have him dual wield here by plugging it into this hand, just going and rotating using his full articulation to your best ability, and there is just right there. So you can have him holding the longer rifle, and once again, you can plug this in, plug this in here, and you can have cable shooting or whatever. And then of course, here is what I wanted to mention, because this one had a big peg on the back and a hole, which I wish you could have done here with this one, that if you could have plugged in this gun here on his back, That would have been a little bit cool, because on the packaging here, you can clearly see that he has it over his shoulder, but there is no connection like that. But compared to the big guns, of course, you can see the huge differences, one in paint and just in size. This one is a lot larger and pretty big here, but can he use it? I would assume so. Yeah, it's just gonna change up a little bit. I mean, it's gonna take a huge part of the peg, and this really can grab onto it, kind of. I mean, the old one really couldn't. The old one had a really sprawled open hand. But can these specs fit into the gun? They can. So if you want to have that one, you can. It'll fall out too. And then the pistol difference here was that this one was a little bit different, more like a kind of shotgun looking thing too. But you can have him with this as well if you would like. And I believe he had one more thing, right? Yeah, he had this little other pistol shotgun too, which you could also change in for that. And then also what I wanted to try, even though they're very different here, if you pop off this head sculpt and pop off this head sculpt, will they look good? Obviously the skin tones are going to be different, but how's the neck peg fit? So that does not look half bad at all. It does fit. It is a little tight. It does look like it sits a little low, but if you can get the skin tones to match there, if you really wanted that yellow particle or yellow effect, you could do so. So pretty much some pretty good playtime here, I would say. Like I said, if you have your good customizing abilities, there is head swap opportunities out there for you. And if you just want to swap guns, you can, but you'd of course have to own the other Cable figure. And then I have no idea of what the comparisons for the Capcom one is. Eventually down the road, we can see that on this channel, hopefully. But yeah, we'll move on to just some regular scaling comparisons. So for comparisons, here's the X-Men 97 Cable next to the Bigfoot Build-A-Figure Wave Cable on the left here, and the X-Men 97 Bishop. And those two do look good together, of course, because I believe they haven't appeared together exactly next to each other on the show, but I'm assuming we'll eventually see down the line here. But they do look good next to each other. For some other X-Men 97 love, here he is next to the Wolverine here on the left, so you can see the size difference between these two figures, and also next to X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. And yeah, they do look good next to each other. And here he is next to his parents, the only two versions of these figures I have, excluding the Age of Apocalypse, with their X-Factor looks here. And I did pre-order that 2-pack, which the X-Men 97 2-pack of Jean Grey and Cyclops, which should be arriving soon. I did get the email notification, so yeah, I can't wait to review that for you guys. But yeah, just seeing them next to each other, they look good. Alrighty, overall I'm giving this Cable a good 9.5 out of 10. This figure is very, very good. This new body, I love the articulation, the detail and sculpted work they put into it was amazing. Like I said, my only gripes again for this 0.5% is just the boot cuff there. You got a perfect opportunity, Hasbro, and the shoulder pads limiting articulation up there in the top, and along with the ab crunch forward. But I mean, with that big bulky torso and the huge shoulder pads, at least they're sticking to the source material and they didn't change anything. So other than that, it's a very, very, very good figure here. I highly recommend it. I might be picking up, like I said at the beginning, maybe half of the wave. I don't think the Morpher, the Logan are any two that I'm really looking in particular, because I'm more focused on the comics. Other than that, the animated style, maybe if I eventually get my Sentinels in hand, maybe I'll see what they look like. But other than that, please like, subscribe, and share. Doing that helps me out a ton. Lets me know that you guys enjoy my videos here. I want to try something new down in the future. Of course, I'm always trying to do something new here. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Please comment below what you'd like to see me do next. I still, like I said, have quite a lot to review here. But other than that, that's all I have for you today. Also, follow me on other platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. Doing that helps me out a ton. Also helps the channel grow in any way possible and brings people hopefully back to this main channel so the main channel can grow. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. And Toy Soldier Reviews out.